Joe, it is so wonderful to meet you. I have absolutely loved this season of Heartstopper, another incredible season. I'm curious, you guys have done this twice now. Um, how does this experience, whether it be filming or doing all of the publicity, any of it, any of the things surrounding it, differ for you this time around?
I think every season we do it, we feel more like, I don't know, I personally feel more like a real actor every time. It becomes more normal. It becomes more of a job, I guess. It doesn't mean we enjoy it any less, I think. But yeah, for me, definitely.
Yeah, I think we're all a little bit more experienced, and we're generally another year older and slightly wiser. And yeah, I think we're all just kind of slightly more experienced, and that hopefully sort of comes across in our performances, and when talking about the show. I hope that it can be insightful and hope that someone finds it interesting to listen to. So,
Well, good news. I think that that's a guarantee.
Good.
I am curious. I mean, I was, as I was watching it, I was thinking, reflecting back, over the three seasons, how far afield both Nick and Charlie are, and how much your lives have changed in the years as well. And I'm curious, how much of your sort of personal growth and evolution do you feel like you are able to bring to Nick and Charlie this season?
I mean, I think we have all changed a lot since the first season came out, because of the show and as people as well. And it's great to be able to. I know we're aging faster than Nick and Charlie are in the show. They're like only a year older than they were when we first met them. So it's sort of like, for me, I've gone from sort of feeling very parallel to Charlie to almost feeling like an older figure looking down on him now, which is a strange dynamic shift that I didn't quite expect.
Do you feel in some ways sort of protective of those characters now that you've kind of moved past that point or that stage in your life and you look back at them? Is there some degree of, yeah, like I said, like feeling protective of them in a certain way?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's also like, in a weird way, it's like sending your kids off into the world. I don't know. It's weird.
One of the things that I think really comes through is the connection that you share with each other, but also just the cast generally. There's such an incredible energy and warmth that comes through. And I'm curious if you have a favorite memory or a special moment that occurred during filming this season, either together or just amongst the cast.
The whole filming experience, we all live in the same apartment block. We all have dinner with each other every night. So it sort of becomes like one gel of like a big long trip together, which is really nice. I think going into this season we were already so close, so that only got stronger throughout the shooting period.
Yeah, we all got to kind of we just have been able to experience a lot of things together. I was there when Joe got the call that he was going to be in Sweeney Todd, and that was really special. In around season 2 time, we kind of were there when you found out that you were going to be in Marvel. There's just I feel like we've all kind of experienced each other's careers blooming, and like hearing about Will and all of his incredible stuff with his band Wager Project, and there's just I feel like we've all kind of been there to see each other grow.
I love that. That's amazing. I didn't realize that you guys all lived in the same building. That's kind of incredible. It's sort of like this amazing dorm.
Yeah.
Who's the worst neighbor?
I don't know. No. Not either of us.
Not either of us.
Is our answer.
We kept to ourselves. We kept to ourselves.
If you can't point
there was one a flat that definitely played music rather loud.
I was near the other side of the building, so I couldn't hear it, which is great.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But we
So
were just
there's a lot
working
of-
all the time. We were
Yeah,
barely
you know, we were
there.
so-
You know,
we were so
we wouldn't have
busy.
known. We wouldn't have known. Hard working.
I believe that. I do think it's funny. Sort of the running joke is that, you know, Nick loves Marvel movies and Charlie does not. I'm curious, has that ever come up in any meetings or on any other sets?
Um, no, I mean, I remember when our showrunner for Agatha Jack Schaefer watched season 2 and saw the Marvel joke in it. She sent me a text saying that she laughed out loud because she loved it. I thought it was really funny.
That's good. That is good. So this season, I mean, there's still a lot of love, a lot of joy, a lot of romance, but there's also some heavier topics that you guys definitely touch on. I'm curious for each of you, as you prepared for those roles, like how did you approach them? And then also, how do you take care of yourself after filming some of those heavier scenes?
I think that it's important when you're doing a scene like that to kind of put yourself in a certain headspace, and then be able to brush it off as soon as they call cut, really, or as soon as they call the wrap of the day. You know, you can kind of just go home and leave that behind. But you know, I think certainly for my character, he's just really there to try and support and be there for Charlie and look after him, and you know, he wants to try and just protect him from any danger in the world and anything that might sort of pose him or cause him pain or struggle or anything like that. And that's it's a very human, very familiar feeling for a lot of people. So I think that was just kind of thinking back to my own life, and you know, when you're concerned about someone that you love, I think that's a real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I think Charlie's mental health storyline is definitely a tricky one to do. I think we all wanted to do it with the most respect and authenticity as possible, and it's a really hard thing to talk about, but a really necessary thing to do. And you can never please everyone, but I really hope that we have managed to do it with the most respect as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's heavy, but I think that one of the things that's so powerful about the show is that it does sort of balance and those moments with kind of the sweeter, happier, uplifting, positive, aspirational moments. And that's kind of the power of Heartstopper.